Oui.
What's up, everybody? We're here in Montreal, actually on Descaries and Ferrier. There you go. So see, it's Ferrier and Descaries. On the other side, over there, yeah, the orange julep. So for those who want to come and train at Tristar, the headquarters of Tristar with Firas Zahabi, one of the best gym in the world, and don't know how to go and get there, so here, follow me. So see, we got that restaurant over here. Then we keep walking. On the other side, we have a Scotia Bank. So you keep walking. So that's the building. See, that's the parking over here. And that's the building. And it's on the 3rd floor. Okay, so follow me. And see, that's how it looks in the front. 5275, that's the main entrance for the Tristar. It's on the 3rd floor. Okay, so come with me inside and I'll show you how it look in the Tristar gym. All right, let's have fun. So I'm with Arnold Almighty. For those who watch UFC and knows UFC, you know who that guy is. But for the other guys, can you explain us who you are and what do you do?
Yeah, so I'm Arnold Allen. I fight in the UFC, the Featherweight division, currently ranked number 4. Yeah, that's it.
So what did make you start MMA?
So as a kid, I grew up watching like anime, cartoons, and Dragon Ball Z, and then it was like pro wrestling, like WWE, and I realized that wasn't real, and I wanted to do some real fighting. And yeah, I'm just a huge fan of like the kung fu movies, you know, Jackie Chan's old stuff, Bruce Lee growing up, and me and my brother used to beat each other up and practice the moves on each other. Him being a little bit older than me, he used to always beat the shit out of me, and I started going to a school to learn like how to defend myself, mainly against my brother. And you know, once I started winning the fights, or the first time I armbarred him, that was the last time we had a fight. So yeah, that's where it started for me.
Yeah, it seems like for a lot of guys, it's because we get bullied. You got bullied by your brother, so you decided you had to defend yourself.
Exactly.
And one other thing that made me laugh a bit is that I started because of Bruce Lee also.
Yeah.
I did Wing Chun Kung Fu and Jeet Kune Do.
Yes.
First fight I went in Jeet Kune Do, with the Jeet Kune Do, I tried to do that straight blast,
Yeah.
and I got that right hand from a real MMA guy. So what was your background? Did you start with Kung Fu? What kind of martial art did you start?
Boxing. I started amateur boxing. I had a handful of fights. That was actually my ambition. You know, I wanted to go into boxing and go to the Olympics, to go pro. And there was a lot of politics in that, like growing up, and people were offering me MMA fights at the same time. So I was just like, oh, yeah, I'll do that. I just wanted to compete. So where the competition was, that's what I wanted to do. And MMA was the one that was giving me the competition, so I pursued that and fell in love with it.
So you never did professional boxing?
No. I had a handful of amateur boxing, won like a national or regional championship, and then that was it.
That was it?
Yeah.
So you come from England?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. That's where you're learning all your MMA?
Yeah, and then I didn't have like a whole load of money growing up and everything, so I always wanted to travel to train and like go other places and see the gyms around the world. And then I won my UFC debut. I won a bonus, and the first thing I did is want to look to places to train. The first place I came is Tristar in Montreal, and I had plans to go visit other places after, just to sort of get a feel for a load of different gyms. But you know, I clicked with the guys here and made good friends, and I really liked the coaching, the way things were, and Ferrier's philosophy on coaching. I liked the way he approached it, and I've been coming back here ever since.
Yeah. No doubt. I know I come from Tristar as well, but we know that so many people, fighter, come from all around the world and come train over here, and the philosophy is really good. So it's one of the best gym in the world. So you end up to be in a good place.
Yeah.
And now you're ranked number 4, like you said. And that brings me up to that fight you did. You just fought Max Holloway.
Yeah.
So how was that fight with him?
Well, I lost the fight, so that sucks. But a good learning experience. You know, you got to take the small things with it, the positives. I felt like I could have done more, but you know, it's easy to say that. But I just have to go back to the gym and take the lessons I learned from that and make improvements. Obviously, there's small positives. He is who he is. He's one of the greats, and I'm sure he's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's notorious for being like the king of 5 rounds, and he's a cardio machine. So I was happy to be able to push the pace against him in the 5th round and chase him and not be burnt out, not be fatigued. And so I proved that to myself. I have the cardio to go the distance against the best guy at doing that, you know. So there's those little positives, but you know, a lot to fix, a lot to come back, and a lot to prove still. So
yeah, but you're still young. You did, like you said, you went against the cardio king machine.
Yeah.
And you went 5 rounds. You went on in the decision. It's not like he finished you, so it was a really, really great fight. And you're gonna learn from it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it. And you know, he played a different game. I learned from like a veteran. He didn't do what he always does and like pressure forward. He sort of made me chase him, and you know, you can't just watch the veterans and expect him to do the same stuff every time. He's had so much experience at the top, like elite guy after elite guy. He's been champion. He's beat champions. So yeah. Maybe should have been a bit smarter on my part.
Yeah, but that's a great experience for you, man. So, was that your best fight in your career until then, even if it's a win or a lose, or what was your best fight you had in your career?
Yeah, but probably that for the learning. You know, like just obviously it sucks to lose. Losing it's a horrible feeling. You know, we all put so much work into it, and 2 guys enter, only 1 man can win, right? So it sucks. It always sucks, but it's a good kick up the arse to now get back to work and fix the problems and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, of course, because the last time you only lost twice in your career. You have so many wins. That's why you're ranked number 4. The last time you lost is many years ago, so you learn a lot from there. So same thing's gonna happen over here.
Exactly. That's the plan. Yeah.
There you go. I like that. Can you explain us where Almighty, that nickname, come from?
Yeah, it's actually it's not that good of a story. So I was fighting on like the regional circuit, and somebody approached us. He had a company, Almighty Fightwear, and he basically made a joke an after party of an event. He's like, "Oh, Arnold Almighty sounds good. Like, we'd like to sponsor you. Like, maybe go with the Almighty nickname, and we'll pay you to wear our stuff and call yourself Almighty." And I was just like, yeah, I kind of like that. That sounds good. And yeah, it just stuck. Like, it just stuck. It's not really like a nickname anyone calls me. It's just kind of something that took off, and try to turn it into a brand, and you know, use my own thing with the Almighty merchandise and stuff, and try and make more than just being a fighter. You know, so it's I should embrace it more than I do.
Oh, it's never too late.
No, exactly. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, and what's next for you? I think I saw that you're fighting in the next UFC in Toronto.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm fighting January 20th against Mosvar Everywhere. He's an undefeated wrestler, like very good, solid. Well, he's an MMA fighter. He's a very good MMA fighter. Undefeated, you know, it's not easy to do when you're in the UFC. And he's he's confident. He's gonna come try and win, full of confidence. But you know, he's a top 10 guy. They're all good. I'm coming to prove a point and make some adjustments from the last one, fix some problems. It's a very different fight to the last fight, but you know, mentality-wise, it's the same thing, isn't it? It's a man trying to beat me up in the cage, so it is what it is.
So not telling us your plan.
Yeah.
That's not what we want to know, because we want to see you win over there and do your stuff. But can you explain us what is a week of training for you?
Yeah. You know, we spar twice a week here. The sparring's pretty hard. It's pretty tough sparring. A lot of top guys putting the pressure on and surviving those sparrings. And then I work with Coach Ian Perron with the Muay Thai. You know, gets my striking nice and sharp over here. And then work with Ferrier. We work with Ferrier a couple of times a week, working the game plan. We have like strategy sessions. We come in and we'll just sort of drill specifics and do positional sparring and, you know, working all the things we need to work for the fights and everyone's individual game plans for their fights. And it's just a balance of trying to stay fresh, you know, trying to keep the body fresh and not take too much damage in training.
And how many days you train a week, and do you train twice a week or only once a week, once a day?
Yeah, so 6 days a week and 2 sessions a day pretty much. Always 2 sessions a day minimum, and but kind of like lower and increase the intensity depending how your body's feeling, right? If you're feeling fresh as the daisy, we'll go out and push it. But if I'm feeling a little bit beat up and have to step back and listen to the body and try and recover and go hard again the next day.
Yeah, that's good. That's good for young guys who want to learn and become really good. You know, don't push yourself every training. Some training probably you're going more light, more technical.
More playful, more fun.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you work the game plan without killing yourself, right? So.
Yeah. All right, then it comes down to those 10 questions I have for you.
Okay.
So what is your favorite striking technique that you like to do?
Favorite striking technique? Well, I always like flying knee, like a scissor knee. From watching Jose Aldo do it, when he used to come out, he'd do that jumping knee. I'm not the best at it, but I love watching him do it. So yeah, that's one of my favorite, I think.
Yeah, good one. And what would be the striking technique that you don't like to get hit with?
I don't like to get hit with. A nice sharp jab. You know, when someone lands a nice clean jab on you, it's like, it's not going to hurt you the most, but it's like you messed up. It's like, oh man, shouldn't have let that happen. It's like insulting. So, yeah.
And then for those who don't know, when it's a professional and hit you with that jab, it's so tight.
It stings.
And okay, and then what would be your best, your favorite jiu-jitsu submission?
Jiu-jitsu submission. I'm learning the heel hooks from the boys now, so I'm gonna go backside 50-50.
Tristar style now, huh?
That's my absolute favorite.
And let's see, what would be the worst submission that you don't like to get cut in?
Probably go with that as well.
There you go.
Abe's pretty good at it, catching it sometimes.
What would be your best exercise you like to train to keep you fit for your martial art?
For martial art, I love sparring. Like sparring for fitness, I find is the best. Like it's the real thing, right? It's what you're gonna do to be fit for the fight and prepare for the fight. I love running, but if you're talking for fitness for the fight, I think the sparring, like pushing the pace in your sparring and scoring your takedowns and, you know, getting yourself into bad positions and having to work out of them and then managing your gas tank while you do this, that's the best for the fitness. Okay, so that it would be more like the cardio, so you keep being always fit and, and explosive and everything like that. Oh, yeah, I hear you. What would be your favorite meal that you like to eat? Oh, favorite meal? I'm pretty simple. I love pizza. Pizza, just straight up any pizza, you know. Domino's as well. I like no fancy pizza. And what would be your pre-workout meal? Pre-workout. Pretty much porridge, always, before sparring or before even the morning of a fight. Oatmeal, porridge, yeah, pretty boring.
So you feel light and
Yeah,
you feel comfortable,
exactly.
And then after training, what would be your post-meal?
I like chicken and potatoes. I'm simple. I'm simple. I'm from England. Like chicken and potatoes.
Normal potatoes or more sweet potatoes?
No. Yeah, no, I have sweet potatoes, but I like mashing the normal ones at the minute.
Normal one.
Until I'm a bit too heavy and I have to trim them down a little bit.
So that people know. And then what would be your gym, your best gym that you like to train in?
Best gym I like to train in? My dad's gym in the garden with the rusty weights. I like training there at home. That's probably my favorite place to train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're in Tristar in Montreal, but do you go there often?
Yeah, yeah. When I'm home, I'm always there training, lifting weights, and especially in the off season. You know, when I'm lifting a bit more weights for fun and like enjoying my training rather than sort of game planning, strategy, all that, the boring stuff, you know.
But it's the place you like to be. You feel comfortable over there.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. And then last question would be, where's your favorite place you like to travel in all the world?
Favorite place I like to travel? I don't know, man. Home. I love my hometown, and it's a quiet little town. It's Felixstowe in England. It's a small little village or seaside place. I grew up in a village, but it's a little beach. It's kind of like stony beach. The sea's brown, but I love it. It's home. So it's something about it.
And for people to know, what would be the temperature over there? All year long? Like.
Oh yeah. So the winter is not that cold, but it's grey, it's rainy and it's windy, and not that cold, like 5 degrees. Yeah, never really like -10, -20 like here. So yeah.
But then you were talking about the beach. Do sometimes it's really hot, so you can go to the beach?
Yeah, exactly. In the summer it's nice. I do my run down the seafront, and then I go dip in the sea to cool off after. It's nice, man.
There you go.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm here with Arnold Almighty Allen. Let's see if today I'm mighty enough to survive one MMA round with that guy.
That's it, nice and smooth, touch. Hey. Oui. Oui. That left hand higher. Oui. Nice. Yeah, 3-2, 3-2. Yeah, 1-3-2, 3-2. Wait. 30 seconds. Nice, Thierry. Say long jab, Arnold. Oui. Time.
So let me finish with the secret. The secret is work ethic. Work ethic is the key to success. Boom.
All right, guys, if you did like that video, please subscribe, like, comment, and also you could share.